So guys, what's new in RC this week? Well, we've got the Axial Unimog kit, as I think people refer to it. Is the reference AX190075 SCX10 to UMG10 kit. Does not exactly trip off the tongue, so I can see people referring this as the Axial Unimog SCX10 kit, or words to that effect. What do you think, guys? Anyway, this is a builder's kit. Complete assembly required. This is the actual website, but I'll flip over to the Rise & Hobby one in a second, as it tends to have quite a bit more information than Axial's own one does on it. When I say builder's kit, this has actually caught my eye because I do fancy building up a kit, and I've been looking at maybe the Traxxas TRX4 Sport kit, but this has caught my eye for one reason that I will go on to in just a second. This doesn't, I will say, come with any electrics. You're going to have to fit your own receiver, servo, ESC and motor on there, but that does give you quite a bit of flexibility. I do wonder how soon it will be before somebody brings out a kit that doesn't come with maybe any wheels or tyres attached, given it the fact that that's one of the first things a lot of people change on the kits. What are your thoughts on that, guys? Anyway, the thing that caught my eye about this is that you can actually install the optional 2-speed gear set. As I said, SCX10 is not a platform I'm overly familiar with, guys, so all comments on this most welcome on it. Looking around on YouTube, I see that Axial have had the Unimog available for some while in the ready to run form, but this is the kit version of it, as it seems that every major manufacturer seems to be moving over to doing things in a kit form. $299 anyway. Well, let's pop over to the Rise & Hobby site and have a look at it. As I say, $299 available for pre-order now. A few more pics on here. Click on this and you can quickly fire through here. I can leave you to look at this on the Rise & Hobby site at its own time. It looks like it's got excellent approach and descent angles on it. The only thing that I can potentially see catching, is it me, or does that little guard at the back there seem to indicate it's going to catch on stuff as you're coming down slopes? That could just be me there, guys. As I say, I do have a couple of crawlers, but I'm by no means an expert on crawlers at all. Fast stuff is more my cup of tea, but looks to be pretty comprehensive on there. Anyway, speaking of comprehensive, what does it feature? As I say, the kit comes with no electrics on it, so you're going to need a motor, ESC, radio, including your transmitter, receiver and a servo as well, but it gives you the option to go the whole 9 yards on the thing, fitting in maybe a nice Castle Creations crawler edition setup. As I'm looking at in whatever crawler I'm going to get in terms of a kit form one, I've got a spare Castle Creations crawler edition setup, which I want to put in to use my TRX4 very effectively. Plenty of locations for mounting LED lighting on here. This one appeals maybe more than a Traxxas Sport does to me, because on this you can get the optional 2-speed gear set for it, which is one of the things that I like about the TRX4, being able to switch between the high and low transmission on there. So that is a big plus to my mind over the Traxxas Sport kit. And obviously SCX10 platform, not one I'm overly familiar with, guys, but I know it's a very, very proven platform out there. Lots of mods available for it. On here, we've got one of the things I've heard Jay from Highway 1 talking about, these heavy duty world bore drive shafts. Updated design, larger diameter. Do tell me if that's the case on there, guys. C-channel frame rail chassis on here. It tells you what you need to complete, etc. Oh, you're going to need to paint it as well, because that body, while shown in grey there, comes unpainted, which is no bad thing. Gives you fully option to fully customise it. So 1.9 bead-lock tyres on here. I have no idea what level of grip they come with it standard on there, guys, but I know it's one thing that lots of people do like to change is the tyres, so hence my comment as to whether people would like to see a kit made without the tyres. There's a video, but I'll leave you to play through that in your own time. Cab forward design, the whole thing flips forwards here, new rear cage design there. So hold just undo a couple of clips at the back and the whole thing flips forwards. Nice, easy access. It's very similar actually to the Red Cat Gen 8, the way that flips forwards to give access there. Interior details, we've got scaled interior driver on there, which you're free to paint whatever colours you like. Shows you the transmission in more detail on it. And it highlights the high pinion axles, where the pinion gear actually sits I think I mentioned it sits 6mm taller on here. I guess that maybe gives you a little bit more ground clearance in much the same way a portal axle would do. But I'd love to hear people's thoughts on this car. As I said, SCX10 platform is like familiar by name to me, but not so much in reality. Shows you the steel chassis there, adjustable aluminum shocks on it. Again, this is one of the things that I do wonder whether that's something that maybe people are going to change when they get it. Are we going to see a kit that comes out in a fairly almost more limited range, where you're going to be able to fit things like your own shocks and your own tyres and wheels to it on there? Now I know they do the raw builders kit, but I believe even that comes with the shocks on there. Also guys, on here, he says you can click on here on the Horizon Hobby page, click on specs and assembly time, which is something you may, if it's building your first kit, 7 to 10 hours they're quoting on there. Talks you through all the gear ratios, etc. 35 turn motor recommended on there. Talks you through the length, the wheelbase, the width, etc. in the specs on there. Completion guide for those new to RC. It will give you some ideas on things like the battery, charger, servos, motor, radios, etc. On there. Manuals and support, as I said, the Horizon site fairly comprehensive, almost more so than the Axial one, but obviously Horizon now owning Axial. Anyway guys, food for thought. As I said, that's one new one that caught my eye this week, particularly now I see that you can fit the 2-speed transmission to it. So I quite fancy the idea of maybe selling my crawlers and building up a kit and fitting all nice goodies to it. Anyway guys, over to you. Your thoughts on this, your comments on it, as ever, most welcome guys. Thanks for watching. We hope you liked this video. If you did, please click on the circle image to subscribe. And if you hit subscribe, then don't forget to hit that little notifications bell next to it.